That was awkward. That's an awkward pause, and that is Pepsi Max. As I yeeted the bottle from my mouth, it went like a big, dark black water rope all over me. That's what that is. Hope YouTube doesn't start playing Welcome to Last Rites. Probably no name. Gonna get on with it today because it's probably on YouTube tomorrow. Why not? I'll look up some cult shit. Yeah, no worries, Biggs. Luck away, brother. Thank you for the luck. I'm just gonna get on with it. Who cares? Yeah, I watched all the Waco series on Netflix. The 3-part, I think, was pretty good, but it was heavily weighted towards the official narrative, if you know what I mean. I still think it was a lot more shady from the ATF side and the FBI, those dirty fucks. But obviously, they were also dealing with some nutcases. So yeah, I mean, David Crest popped out of his mother's vagina when he was 15. So already there might be some problems there. He was a rock guitarist. I didn't know this. Yeah, and Branch Davidians, the cult still exists today. It didn't completely die out. 9 Davidians escaped the fire. Does that include the kids? I'm not sure. A new group formed called Branch the Lord Our Righteousness. Because I think what they said towards the end was, it's our job to fight the government, die, get resurrected, and then come back as spirits with God at our side to defeat you, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah, not bad, but it was a good show. So I suggest you go and check that out there. What other facts have they got in here? Yeah, they were mounting illegal weapons, basically, weren't they? 51 days of standoff. Absolutely wild. And at first, they just decided to ram the building. Or no, they assaulted the building, and ATF agents were just getting shot all over the place. You know, it was a bit of a mess, to be honest. And then they said they were going to be fine, and they drove tanks in and all that, and it caught fire, and people died. But did the Davidians light it? Did the tear gas shit all set it on fire? Who the fuck knows? But there are recordings of like, get the fuel, Bob. So probably they did a bit of it as well. And Koresh, of course, was killed by gunshot to the head, either inside the fire. So either shot himself or got shot. And there was one interesting thing. One of the snipers outside, they were standing looking at it burning down, and a big round went between their heads. So there was still a sniper inside the burning Davidian compounds, who, you know, as he's burning to death, still took a pretty good shot and almost got one. I wish he'd taken one more. It's a joke. I'm joking, but, you know, it seemed a bit one-sided by the end. But they didn't have it. So he was a rock guitarist. Is there any Koresh music around? Do we have any David Koresh music? Because we've got music from Charles Mason and Jonestown. Yeah, David Koresh, musician, the music and the message. Is that someone's written a song about it, surely, right? Claimed to play tapes of his own songs while the early times the guitar music blared from inside the compound. Koresh actually played music with his band. So he's playing a live band while the siege was going. That wasn't in the documentary. That's unbelievable. Why wouldn't you have the live? Why can't we hear Koresh's music? Surely that's on a recording somewhere. Amen. Amen. You've got dementia and a big Sicilian penis. Dead. There's your last rites, mine dog. But yeah, so Jonestown, though, you obviously got old Jim Jones. But what I really like about Jonestown is the. Now, I know what's going to have happened because I've been doing several things this morning. I'm trying to rebrand one of the channels and all that stuff. And I think, Duncan Trussell probably still uses the song to his podcast. What did I use for Refreshing on Epstein when it was just audio? I used a Charles Manson song. It's the one the hippies were singing in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's like, always and always forever. Beautiful. But I'm going to play this because I didn't give a shit. Let's play this. This is the Jim Jones and the People's Temple Choir. Peace and love in Jim Jones. Let me know if you can. I can't hear it. Hey, OGM. Jim Jones is saying welcome. Great song. We're so happy. That's fantastic. I like that. This is transformative, by the way, when this is up on YouTube. This is a transformative piece. I'm commenting on it, all right? All these kids are going to be dead soon, but listen to them sing. They're happy. Where the fuck did you poke? Why did the US government poke their nose in? They were happy. His outfits are cool as well. If you've got a cult, you've got to have, they've got like Handmaid's Tale dresses and little Jehovah's Witness stuff for the men. Of course. But again, this is still transformative. I'm still commenting on it. As again, all these kids are dead. I only know the first bit from the Justin podcast. Thank you. Good. That's what I like about Jonestown. I didn't know. Did they do other stuff? Jim Jones and the People's Temple Choir. Oh, do they have other band names? Oh, they did have a bunch of stuff. So that's welcome. They've got He's Able, Set Them Free, Walk a Mile in My Shoes, I guess, Hold On Brother, Down From His Glory, He's Able, because of him. Black Baby. Should we listen to Black Baby? Not that advert. I got to get rid of those adverts. I'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is KWCYN FM, and this is People's Temple Choir, Black Baby. Oh, I missed the beginning. Okay, it's a bit quiet.
As you grow up.
This isn't Jim Jones, is it? It's just another People's Temple Choir. Why did he named his thing the same? This isn't Jim Jones. I'll stop sharing that. But anyway, there's a song called Black Baby. It's transformative. It's not about dead kids, not even dead black children. So that's not what I wanted it to be. I didn't want that, but I wanted that song to be by Jim Jones. So I will go and find something that's by an actual. Charlie Manson had some good songs. Which Wilson brother did he know? Let's have a look. It wasn't Brian Wilson. Friends with Wilson brother. Boy, Dennis Wilson. Apparently Manson was playing him his songs and Wilson had promised him a record contract, and then there was an argument and he claimed that the Beach Boys stole one of his songs, and that's one of the reasons why he sent the hippies to Cielo Drive to kill everyone on the street. It wasn't really targeted on that house, but that was Wilson's house. In the movie, I know he goes and asks, does he still live here? But I think he didn't know. He just sent them to that house and he had left. And Sharon Tate, of course, was in there with a big baby. Not that one. In her face. But I think this is the good Manson one. Listen, I'm not mad at cults. I think they're all right. And some of these, I quite like Manson, to be fair. And I'm not mad at him. He's mad, but you know, anyone who can convince a bunch of hippies to kill loads of celebrities in Hollywood, it's not a cool thing to do, but it's a pretty good ability, isn't it? For you to have a power. This is Look at Your Game Girl by Charles Manson. It better not be a different Charles Manson.
There's a time for living.
And this transformative work. This should be copyrighted.
Time keeps on flying. Think you're loving, baby, and all you're doing is crying. Can you feel? Those feelings real? Look at your game.
First comment, saw this guy live and he absolutely killed it.
Look at your game, girl. What a mad delusion. Living in that confusion.
All right, that's enough of that one. I can't remember which one I like. There's one that I like, but I can't remember what it is. People say I'm no good. Do we think it might be that one? I'm gonna have a look on Spotify while we're here because it is. I've definitely found it on Spotify.
People say I'm no good, but they never do. They say
Let's find the hippies.
why their world is so mixed up. Oh, how it got that way.
Hippie Girls song. Yeah, it's a song from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but they've got I used to have a copy of them singing it. Is it this one? At the Helter Skelter trial? They're fucking good.
Is the love inside? Then we can bring it together. All around, all around, all around.
Is it Manson Girls? Is it always is always forever? That's it. That's a good one. When they're picking out the food out the bin, when they're picking out the food in the bins in hey Taryn, how you doing? Bags really heavy, no problem. They're full of cash just for you. I'm just looking at some Colts here. So this is the Manson Girls. And in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there's a scene where the hippie girls are picking food out the bin and they're singing this song. So they're actually singing one of the songs, but this is the actual Manson Girls singing it.
Forever is one, is one, is one. Look inside yourself for your father. All is none, all is none, all is one. Time to talk, I'm from behind you.
And again, full respect for convincing a coven of hippie girls just to live with you and then just do your killings. No problem with Manson at all.
Has been just a dream.
He did kill a pregnant woman. And for that, eek. It's very bad. I'm not encouraging that, but I'm just saying what a good thing it is to have an army of hippies.
Valley of death and
Hippie women with dirty feet.
I'll find you. Now is when on the sunshine beam. So bring only your perfection, for there will surely be no cold, pain, fear, or hunger.
Text at the back.
You can't see, you can't see, you can't see.
Beautiful. There we go. Yeah, I haven't got much more ideas than that on what we're talking about. We're just sort of listening to some cult music. I do like a good cult. I found there's one called Teal Swan, Teal Swan, and she is fucking nuts. She's a self-help guru, but it's a cult. She just seems to get women with mental illness on stage who are just overpowered by a sheer confidence. They're like, I can't talk. You're so confident, Teal. And then she just comes out with this bullshit. It's like, well, the window of your mind has got to be open to the swans of the knees. And they're like, oh my God, it's so profound. But doing very well, making millions. She is. So I don't know if I'll be able to find those videos. Live old. Again, for YouTube, this is transformative. And it's not subject to copyright. For that reason, I'm commenting on it. And if you copyright me, I will strike you down individually and as a corporation. I've got my activist ready. This is her on the right. She's older now.
To feel loved. Just that.
She does this giggling, right? She does this giggling like she's a maniac.
Short answer, it's hard to feel loved because you weren't by the very people who matter the most.
She's like, sure, okay. What do you want me to do next? Piss myself
So
because you told me.
basically, that sets up everything for your life.
I'm getting therapy in an auditorium. I probably paid, I don't know, this looks like the 80s. I probably paid, $50 for a ticket
You see that?
for this hippie to sit here and spout
If
nonsense.
you can't be loved by those people who should love you the very most, how does anybody else have a shot?
Look how proud she is, and the way she just sits there giggling. She's kind of not really too overbearing at the moment, but she's just staring as well at these poor, mentally deranged women that can't get through the day.
I didn't think I was actually going to come up here, but I feel like, wow, that's odd. It's hard to let myself be loved or get love, and don't want to let love in because you're going to lose it.
I mean, this is just now. This would just be Instagram quotes written by ChatGPT over a fucking. There's a sunset and just the words. She's just afraid to learn in case you're gonna lose it. This girl's gonna go home and hang herself right after this.
That's basically the energy. So even when I'm sitting here across from you, that's the kind of feeling. It almost feels like you're.
She's a psychopath. She's like a velociraptor, right? She's all like, well, how do you know? And then she does that stare. Well, how do you know? Why no? How do you know when people shouldn't love you?
This is a social experiment. It's almost like you're leaving me where I'm sitting, and you're missing me before I'm even gone. Wow. That's the energy. Like it's almost like you're experiencing love through a lens of nostalgia.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I'm too nervous to be on stage. You put me up on stage in an auditorium with a microphone. I don't even know what a microphone is. And I feel like I should agree with you because you're just spouting your fucking psychic shit.
I feel like some of you in the crowd.
You crystal bitch. No offense to crystal bitches. That was a bit aggressive.
So nostalgia, which is that feeling of losing something that you really, really want, is the closest you come to love. Does that make sense?
I just brought phlegm up. Her answer was, yeah. She feels like she has to say something and agree.
So tell me why you have to lose.
Loser. Then they look down there, complete boredom. Like, well, I don't need to really be interested. I'm doing you a favor by putting you through this public embarrassment.
I don't know. Play the game with me.
The little
Play
smile.
The game with me. I know you've got an excuse for
she's a
every person that
velociraptor.
walks
Do not
into
trust
your
the
life.
smile. There's another teal swan behind that curtain, ready to pounce when you're most comfortable. Clever girl.
Because I'm not worthy of being loved.
Yeah, she's got to say, I'm a loser. I am not worthy of being loved. She's got to say that. That's all on the train home. That's all she's gonna. Right before she kills herself, that's all she's gonna be thinking about for days. Like, I'm not worth it. Teal said so. With a little giggle, we're just mates. We're
I'm
just
more interested
friends.
in the game that your mind plays. Either it's imagining that this person's gonna die, or this person's too famous to be close to me, or this person is busy, or this person's going to find another woman.
She's recruiting her into some sort of branding cult. She's going to have a vagina branded with a hot iron within days.
I'm always coming up with some sort of reason to lose people.
Yeah, she's getting in there. She's put these keywords in, right, over the past 5 sentences or paragraphs or bits of conversation, and now she's repeating what she wants to fucking hear.
I always imagine my parents' deaths or my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that gets me super sad.
Yeah. That's what I've just fucking told you to say.
Yeah. And then
it's your fault.
I don't know how to not think of how to lose them.
Anyway, drives me insane, that one. I'm gonna do a deep dive on her. Now she's very famous and she's got millions of followers. She's still going. But I've seen a few of the videos, and it's literally basically normally women with zero confidence, just on stage with those. Then she's just telling them how they should feel that they're such a loser, and then kind of giving them some self-help tropes I'm sure she's very popular. But I don't know how these grifts still happen. It's just fucking fascinating to me. I'm sure she's just taking money, and I don't think that's all she does. I think she does other shit as well. I'm sure she does some nice charitable things and all that, but she's a cult leader, and it's going to end up a mountain with guns. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be very unhappy. I almost said happy if it doesn't, but I'd be very happy if it ends up in a mountain waiting for the UFOs with fucking 1,000 pounds of Semtex and an AR-15. That's how I want it to end. But we'll see. We'll find out. How we doing, OGM? How your days going, guys? I might come across like I'm in a bad mood today. I'm not. I'm in a good mood today. I just wanted to talk about cults. So listen, I've lasted 22 minutes on topic, so that's good for me. Sometimes I thought, well, today I'm going to talk about that, and I've lasted 4 minutes. I know I put 3 fingers up then, but what happened was about 250 milliseconds later, the 4th finger went up because I realized how dumb I was being. Now I've got the thumb up in that example. Don't know if it was up earlier. All right, I need Till Swan to come here and tell me why I had the wrong amount of fingers up. She's probably got an answer. And you know what? As much as I'm shitting on her, she could get me. I think she could get us all. We all think she could get mind up. She just thinks that, we all think it's going to be fine. We just say, shut up, you crystal mad woman. Just show us your guns now. But she'd get us. She'd have us crying and go, yeah, actually fucking... I never did hug my parents, That's what she'll do. That's what she'll do to me. That video is pretty odd because she looks pretty young there, right? And she's now she looks well into her 40s now. So let me have a look here. Oh shit! I'm not going to read out the name, but the first comment is the actual girl in the video saying this was 5 years ago from now, basically. I barely recognise the old me. Oh, there we go. So it's only 5-6 years old. But unless it's just a shit quality or the grading makes it look like it's from 70. Anyway, if you're that person, I'm not really shitting on you. when you Google Till Swan and this video might happen to pop up tomorrow. Probably won't. But I'm not shitting on you. I'm shitting on her. But if you feel she helped you, marvellous. It's going to end up a mountain waiting for UFOs covered in gasoline with Semtex and an AR-15. You're lucky to have got out 5 years ago because this is going to go in a real bad place. Yeah, let me find out about Till Swan. I'm not going to read the first thing of her background. International speaker. She's 30, only 38. Okay. Not bad. She was only married for 2 years, though. What's going on there? Yeah, I'm not going to... It's survivor of severe childhood abuse. Yeah, I'm not having a go at that. I'm not having to go at any of that. What do you do with it after? International public speaker, best-selling author, YouTube. Oh, you got a backup account. What are you worried about, Teal? 716,000 followers on Instagram. I bet she's the nicest person in the world. Is doing the most amount of charity and help to people and women in the world. And I've seen 1 minute of video. I just fucking... and I'm just being really mean. That might be what's happening, but you know what? I'll fucking stand by it. It's going to end in an AR-15, you cunt. I don't know anything about her, but she looks like a velociraptor. She's pulling in vulnerable people, and then she has a little bit of control over him. And I just wonder, is she going around with like an entourage? Some of them are going to be branded. I'm not saying she's branding women, but some of them, I'm sorry for calling you a cunt. I was trying to think of the best thing to say. I'm going to get into her, aren't I? I'm going to become a fan. But she's always doing these weird stares in her pictures. Is she eating snow? Or is that a crystal? She's up a mountain. I don't want to hear what you got to say because you'll hypnotize me. But just the... it looks like she's eating some snow there. So I don't know. How to love yourself. What to do instead of... I mean, oh God, yeah, I'll take your advice. Oh, she's funny. Oh, that's from the talk. Oh, God, I love you, Till Swan. Teal Swan, don't leave me. I'm a big fan. I'm sorry for all the names I called you. However, what's all this Illuminati symbol shit going on up here? We've got the triangle and the circle. We've got a feather. Is it Harry Potter? Is it Illuminati loneliness? Is that a chimp in a jar? It's a lady in a jar. The connection factor. No, this is very The Secret. Just this. If it's not, and if she's brilliant and fine, what's all this crystal shit going on? Remember, the tea kettle is always up to its neck in hot water, yet it still sings. She's going to put women in hot water. I realise you weren't seeing this then. My apologies. But anyway, this isn't Tram Count now. I was talking about this Illuminati shit up here. How to thrive in a crisis. Hey, Teal, my kids have been shot in the face. They're 3 years old. They're gurgling into my arms. I'm thinking about killing myself. What do I do, Teal? Answer very carefully. It's me. I'm the bad guy, aren't I? I'm the bad guy in this. I don't trust Velociraptor eyes. Don't trust it. Sorry for calling you a cunt, though. That was too far. I'm just saying. The blind spot. Yeah, look at that. Absolute psycho. Oh yeah, just gonna hang out on a mountain in my vest. Healthy food. Oh, she's evil. A bowl of blueberries, evil. Whatever they were. She's killed Kermit. That's official. I will say that. Teal Swan murdered Kermit. Look. I'm not scared. I'm a bit scared. She does Leo memes. She does spiritual Leo memes. Yeah, I know I'm making her out to be worse than Koresh, Manson, and Jim Jones, but I'm just interested in this one. I found this video the other day, and I found another one as well. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm sure she's great. I'm sure you're great, Teal. Cheers. Here's to you. This is for you. When she joined the cult that took over accounts so you could use digital voice to recruit more. Yeah. She died with Paul McCartney in the 60s. You know, she was resurrected. She was just a child, but they were both in the same car crash, and they used the new Paul and the new Teal. And is now fully AI rendered. Agreed. Thank you, Taryn. And that was at Tea Time with Taryn on Twitch for any legal recourse that comes this way. That was at Tea Time with Taryn for any legal recourse. She's my luggage carrier and lawyer now. So speak to her. It's nothing to do with me. Script by Brett Brock, produced by Matt Nappo. I've had that get out clause for ages. Agreed by Tea Time with Taryn. And I'll grumpy mama. Look, cheers to that. Flashes a lot of green.